Let me tell you a story about Murray Maselton that gives you a glimpse into who the man really was, not through titles he had or positions he held, but through a moment that revealed a man who would do anything to defend the honor of Torah, and I mean anything. For decades, there was a bungalow colony in the Catskills known as Zuckers. To an outsider, it looked like a simple summer retreat: porches, gravel paths, a handball court, mountain air. But to those who knew, Zuckers was something else entirely. It was the summer destination of the Gedolim. It was a place where Rav Moshe spent many summers, where Reb Aaron walked the grounds, where many of the great Rosh Yeshiva of the generation came to rest their bodies while their minds never stopped learning. Zuckers wasn't a break from Torah, it was Torah just with fresher air. There was an exception that was made to the game of chess. From time to time, a quiet crowd would form around a chessboard and people would watch, and Gedolim would stop for a moment studying the moves. Chess was an age-old game enjoyed by Gedolim in the summer, and many were quite good at it. But there was one man, a chess master, who stood above everyone else at Zuckers. He came to the mountain with boxes of chess books and he set up a board on his porch, and no one could beat this guy, not once. He was the undisputed chess champion of Zuckers. But there was something else about this man, and it wasn't subtle. He had no respect for B'nai Torah. When Jungelite would ask him for a game, he just waved them off. I don't waste my time, he'd say. People sit and learn Torah all day, don't know anything about chess. I don't play with those people. He didn't raise his voice, but he didn't need to. The insult landed and it lingered, and most people let it go. But Rav Murray Maselton wasn't like most people, and ignoring something like this wasn't exactly his style, not by a long shot. Rav Murray was not known as a chess player. In fact, he knew almost nothing about the game. But one day, after hearing one of this man's trademark anti-Torah insults, he walked over to the man and asked him for a game. Now, the minute Rav Murray sat down to a game of chess, people knew something was going on, so a small crowd gathered around him. The game started, and they played 5 or 6 moves, and lo and behold, Rav Murray lost. And the chess master stood up and said, I don't have time for this. I play real chess players, not some yeshivish people who don't even know how to use the pieces. Now, most people would have just walked away at that point. Not Rav Murray. He asked them to play again, and they played again, and again, and again. 15 games they were there for an hour with 15 straight wins for this man. And people started whispering, confused, like, why was Rav Murray doing this? After the 15th game, the chess master snapped, enough, leave me alone. I never lose, and especially not to you Torah learners. And Rav Murray looked at the man and softly said, one more game. The man agreed. But this time something was different. There was a certain confidence in Rav Murray that wasn't there before, and 8 moves in, checkmate. The porch went silent. The unbeatable chess champion of Zuckers had just been beaten for the first time ever, and people just stared in shock. And now it was his turn to beg for another game, and they played again and again, and each time he lost, he never beat Rav Murray again. And the porch was shocked. The man couldn't beat Rav Murray. And eventually Rav Murray got up to leave, and the man said, please, one more game. But Rav Murray was finished. His work was done. He calmly stood up, and then without saying a word, he turned to the man and gave him an unblinking look that said everything that needed to be said. And in that silence, the message was clear. Don't talk about B'nai Torah like that ever again. Rav Murray turned around and walked away. And as he was walking away, getting closer to his bungalow, Rav Murray's son Yosef, then just a kid, asked his father, Abba, why did you do that? And Rav Murray didn't hesitate. I was willing to lose 15 times, he said, because every loss taught me something. I memorized his moves and his habits and his patterns, and once I had them, I used them, and I beat him. And no, I didn't do it for chess. I didn't do it to embarrass him. I did it because he put down people who learn Torah, and that doesn't get ignored, not on my watch. And with that, he walked into his bungalow, and he said nothing more, because nothing more needed to be said. That is who Rav Murray was. He wasn't playing chess. He was defending Torah, because with Rav Murray, you don't mess. When it comes to Kavod Torah, He wasn't playing games. Most people saw this chess master and walked right by. But Rav Murray Maselton wasn't like most people. In fact, he wasn't like anybody.